For centuries, knowledge has been hidden in plain sight across the sands of time. Whispers of lost civilizations, cryptic symbols, and forbidden histories have been erased or concealed. What if the truth was never lost, but hidden? Welcome to Eye of Ancient Mysteries, where the past speaks and the future listens. Sit back, open your mind, and prepare to uncover the untold secrets of our world. Let the journey begin now. What were Hitler's occultists looking for in Adygea? In the mountains of Adygea, two skulls of creatures unknown to science and a chest bearing the emblem of the Ahnenerbe, a secret society involved with occult sciences under Hitler, have been discovered. According to researchers, the SS officers were likely interested in the mysteries of ancient dolmens and the increased natural radioactive anomaly in the Kishinsky Canyon area. They may also have been searching for the gold of the Kuban Rada, lost during the civil war in the region, Rossiyskaya Gazeta reports. Among other rare finds is a full, colored German map of Adygea produced in 1941. Scientists were astonished by the high accuracy and completeness of the mapped features. Naturally, these artifacts have intrigued specialists. What was this secret organization doing in the mountains of Adygea? A discovery in the forest, to shed light on the series of rare finds and try to separate fiction from fact. Journalists from Rossiyskaya Gazeta traveled to the village of Kameno-Mostsky. It is here, in an ethnographic complex, that the mysterious skulls and the secret SS occultists' bag are kept. They can not only be seen but also touched. Ahnenerbe translates as Heritage of the Ancestors. Its full name is the German Society for the Study of Ancient German History and Ancestral Heritage. This organization existed in Germany from 1935 to 1945 and was established to study the traditions, history, and legacy of the so-called Aryan race. They were engaged in the study of everything mysterious and unknown in the world, conducting expeditions to Tibet, Antarctica, and the Caucasus, searching for contact with UFOs, and trying to obtain the secrets of absolute power, explains Ivan Bormotov, Associate Professor at the Department of Economics and Enterprise Management at the Maykop State Technological University and Honored Traveler of Russia. Nazi Germany actively worked on developing new types of weapons capable of turning the tide of the war. Ahnenerbe employed 350 specialists, experts with brilliant educations, successful scientific careers, and academic degrees. Few know that several years before the war, German specialists from a military construction organization offered their assistance to the USSR in building the Pitsundat-Ritsa Road through the mountains. After completing the work, the builders tragically died when their car flew off a cliff on a bend. Incidentally, tourists still use the tunnels they created, the living water of Ritsa. Only later did it become clear the strategic road was not built by chance. Ahnenerbe hydrologists had discovered that water from a spring located in a karst cave beneath Ritsa had an ideal composition for producing human blood plasma. The living water from Abkhazia was transported in silver vessels first to the sea, then by submarines to the base in Constanta. and then by aircraft to Germany. Continues Bormotov. There were even plans to build a tunnel for submarines from the sea to Ritza, but the war interfered. In the autumn of 1942, the 3rd German Reconnaissance Squadron of the 14th Reconnaissance Group, a PZ, was based at the Maykop airfield. It included FW-189 twin-engine reconnaissance aircraft. These were equipped with the most advanced reconnaissance equipment of the time and essentially functioned as flying laboratories. That was more than enough to secure the secret research possibly being conducted by the Ahnenerbe in the mountains of Adygea. Bormotov believes. Maykop served as the Wehrmacht's headquarters. All of the German military campaigns in the Caucasus were coordinated from there. According to the researcher, it can be assumed that the Germans were interested in the dolmens, viewing them as structures of prehistoric Atlanteans and gateways to parallel worlds. Scientists periodically find strange artifacts in the Caucasus. For example, reports appeared in the press that, in Georgia's Borjomi Gorge, researchers uncovered 3-meter tall skeletons of people from an unknown race. It's possible the SS men were interested in the increased natural radioactive anomaly in the Kishinsky Canyon area. The scientist continues. Or they may simply have been looking for traces of the convoy carrying the Kuban Rada's gold, which disappeared during the Civil War. Skulls of the gods 2 years ago. Speleologists brought 2 unusual horned skulls to Vladimir Melikov, the curator of the Ethnographic Museum, claiming they had found them in a cave. They resembled the remains of animals, even ancient ones. But when he began examining them, as Melikov had previously worked as a dentist, he was literally chilled to the bone. Look at this characteristic round hole, about the size of a finger, at the base of the skull. Melikov points out on one of the skulls. That's the base of the spinal column. Its position indicates that the creature walked on 2 legs. Among other oddities are the absence of a cranial vault and jaws. Instead of a mouth, there are several openings arranged in a circle. The eye sockets are unusually large, with 2 horn-like protrusions emerging from them. The facial bone is flat, like in anthropoids, and indeed, these artifacts appear highly unusual. It's very tempting to think you might be holding the remains of an alien. Photos of the finds were sent to Moscow paleontologists, but they simply shrugged. They only admitted that they had never seen anything like it before, and suggested the skulls might belong to rams that had been in water and sand for a long time and became severely deformed. Strange, to say the least. If deformation did occur, it happened in a synchronized manner, since the oddities are identical on both skulls. Researchers believe that such finds likely fell into the hands of Hitler's magicians, who roamed in search of unusual artifacts. Naturally, mythologists who saw the find immediately identified what it was. These were the Anunnaki of ancient Sumer, horned deities whose name is interpreted as those who came from the heavens. In Sumerian epics, they participated in the creation of the world. The American writer of Azerbaijani descent, Zakaria Sitchin, equated the Anunnaki with inhabitants of Nibiru, a hypothetical planet in the solar system with an elongated orbit. According to astronomical calculations, it appears in the visible zone once every 600 years. As Sitchin wrote during this period, the inhabitants of Nibiru descend to Earth and make contact with the natives, that is, with us. One can build all sorts of theories and assumptions, but the artifacts discovered in the mountains of Adygea make us think, says the renowned Russian traveler Ivan Bormotov in Farewell.